So why do you think that people so for example, a lot of times women get a bad rep, like, so for example, if she wants a guy to pay for the meal or to do those types of things, why do you think that that's looked down upon?
I think that is looked down upon because people are taking advantage of it, and then the way that it's being packaged and presented on social media.
Yeah, I think it's more so that it gets looked at negatively because most of the time it seems like from the outside looking in that women don't have to invest anything besides just being there, but brothers are required to invest everything and the hopes of potentially getting any kind of attention from you. And I think that people stop just like letting stuff be. And because back in the day, you literally could just, you would do that because you were supposed to do that. But then people would be like, well, why are we doing that? And then you start peeling back the layers and you'd be like, well, this ain't fair. You say that you want fairness, but you never have to give anything until you feel comfortable. But whether I feel comfortable or not, I still have to give from the beginning until eternity. So it's just like people literally just started being like, this ain't fair. And I think that more guys have become quote unquote sassy when they've been like, this ain't fair. Like, you mean to tell me I gotta pay and you ain't gotta pay nothing? You be like, oh, thank you. And that's what I'm supposed to do. It's just
Yeah.
like it just seemed like a bad deal.
Oh,
I got
it,
uh, before you jump in real quick, I got two questions. HD. First question, and the second one's a follow up. First one, can you define what you mean by men invest everything?
Money, time, protection, presence, energy. You provide and give and invest everything in order in the hopes to entice this woman to want to do more than say thank you, I had fun, you have a nice day, sir.
That's fair. And the second thing is, do you think, and I hate to like turn the mirror back at women, but do you think a lot of it has to do with women now being able to work and getting the equality that they asked for? And do you think that's why men see it more as unfair? Or because from my perspective, we've always invested everything, but but then we didn't really get the same what I imagine. I wasn't there, so it's just what I imagine. Men didn't get the same type of pushback that they get now that women can make their own money and have their own living and live the way they choose to live without a man. So do you think that plays a part into men viewing it as shit, you can get all of this. This is kind of unfair to me now.
Yeah, I think with the access of watching enough internet, people have begun to question things that used to not be a question. Um, I think one potent thing that has come up across the internet in the recent years is that both men and women are seeking traditional things from non-traditional people. So even though none of us are virgins, even though we both make money, we have our own cars, we have our own houses, some of us have our own kids, right? So we got all of these things, right? We still require the things as if none of the stuff that we have or that we live don't exist. And I think that, once people started being like, you know what? This is kind of crazy. But it's just like, even if you realize that it's crazy, you still naturally do those things that are crazy for the people that you want to. Like, a girl that you really like and she really likes you, you don't have no problem giving her all your money, all your time to some degree because of the respect, the care, and the submission that she shows toward you, the respect she shows towards you. So you're be willing to give her more than say a woman that is, you know, antsy. She don't listen to you. She don't care about nothing you got to say. She tell you what we gonna do and da da da, and you just be like, she puts a hand in your face. So I think, you know, when you meet people that you feel like make you feel comfortable, make you feel valued and respected, you will give those things that don't make sense. It don't make sense for me to pay for everything just because you're a woman. It doesn't make sense,
So,
especially when you make your own money.
Well, let me
so
say this real
okay,
quick.
go ahead.
Let me say this real quick. So, and I know I might get some pushback, especially in the comments, for making this statement. But realistically, and I'm sure that the men can agree for it. Realistically, being the things that are placed on men is not fair in general, right? If we really want to look at it, there's a lot of things that's expected of men solely that we can say that's not fair, but that's it's just part of the game. It's part of being a man. Is part of carrying that load on your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? That's what manhood is, in my opinion. And if we lose sight of that, then I think that we're going to do more disservice to the younger generation that's to come. The other part of it as well is that it's in our animal nature, animalistic nature, to do whatever it takes to please a woman that is that we're essentially attempting to mate with. In nature, we see the peacock show his feathers in order to win the female peacock's willingness to mate with him. There's birds that like dance and all type of shit, and they blow up their chest, and whoever got the biggest chest. And then you got, lions that fight with each other to the death. Like, these are things that are just simply in our animalistic nature, uh, that I I think will never change, and I think that it's a necessity for it to be there because, said, the strongest will survive. The more um, the more the higher tier of man will breed with the higher tier of woman. And you know what I'm saying? And that's just what our culture has always been based on. So I get the point of where it's unfair that the man would have to pay for everything. And I 100% agree that it should be reciprocated. But early on, uh going through those motions of spending the money, investing the time, whatever the case may be, that's, to me, is just simply part of the game.